Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, Magnetic Reversal News, and Shinrin Yoku, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Monday, February 7th, around 9:30 p.m. Mountain Time 2022. The models are in, and it's looking like a La Nina pattern. And Maine, it's insane, is going to be picking up some heavy totals in just the next 24 hours. Hours of powers. Keep calm. It's boom time. Maine, it's insane. There's your totals. They're not schmodals. We're looking at 16 inches over the next 24 hours, maybe 36. No, just 24. And then some small smatterings of snow. But the big story is the lake effect snow in Michigan and New York State. That's going to be the big winner. Chicken dinner. Keep calm. It's boom time. Now take a look. Did you hear? Texans were witnessing exploding trees they say sound like gunshots going off amid brutal storm. This is not the first time they've heard this. In fact, they heard this last year, but this year it seemed to be more prevalent. Did you hear trees exploding? Now Texans are hearing popping and snapping noises outside as winter storm landed and passed through. That was just a few days ago. They listened to them all night. Did you hear them? Please leave a comment below. Now, climate change is altering the smell of snow, according to the New York Times. As both the atmosphere and the land are getting warmer, which they are not, the scent of snow is getting stronger, according to Astarts. Now, in case you haven't heard, the most recent reading for the January temperatures for the global temperature on Earth, according to the University of Alabama Huntsville satellite-based temperatures, or the UAH, they're just showing 0.03 degrees above the baseline, which was showing that temperature back in 1997. What that means is there has been no global warming for 25 years. It's the same. And yet the mainstream has gone insane. Now let's talk about some weather. Wintry mix in parts of the east. Fire weather risk in central southern plains. Not much going on except in the northeast. A coastal storm will produce a wintry mix of precipitation in parts of the northeast and New England as an elevated and critical risk of fire weather possible over parts of northern and the southern plains. We're headed out to get some seeds in the next few days, so stay tuned for that progress as we get there. But let's take a quick look at the European forecast, because many people are upset that we don't show this data. But here it is. And here you're looking at it. It's showing that by the end of February, we should be seeing a shift where heavy snow continues to dump in the Alps, as well as, well, potentially, Scotland's going to be the big winner, chicken dinner, but southern England and the UK itself is going to be potentially at risk for some weather. And, well, they've been looking for it. So good news to them. So late February, early March could be the winter that they're missing. Rain and hail inundate the streets of Santorini. Take a look at this. People are filming. Look at this guy. That's a lot of hail. Holy hail. But yet that's not boom time. France braces for blackouts. Fires up the cold power plants to cope. Japan had its snowiest winter ever since they started recording temperatures, which was just 30 years ago, these idiots. And the northern hemisphere snow mass is driven higher by these piles. Or is it the Hunga Tonga? Who knows? Shut up, Al. Get in your hole. He says all cooling is from Hunga Tonga. Shut up. Get in your hole. Now, scores more die in Delhi as India's cold wave brings region their first snow since 1958. This is insane. This is historic weather worldwide that the mainstream that you know of in North America is not covering. And if you're watching from other sources outside, please tell us if they're covering these. Japan's snowiest winter helps drive the northern hemisphere snow mass higher. And in fact, it is so insanely higher. Let's just take a look at this. This is the Northern Hemisphere snow mass, and it's reading the highest levels I've ever seen. I haven't been following this, but for 8 years, but this is the highest level I've ever seen. It is literally 500 gigatons above the average. That's a huge percentage. And it's already peaked above the 40-year snow mass peak a month early, 4 weeks early than the peak. So who knows where this is going to go? It's going to be epic. But Japan is buried. The Japan Meteorological Agency, JMA, has said that stormy patterns are combining with brutally frigid air masses, and they will continue to bring snow. Ho, ho. Now take a look at this. Sapporo, 24-hour snowfall, 60 centimeters. 2 feet is too deep. Shanghai, 48-hour snowfall, 98 centimeters, over 3 feet there. In the middle of the night, the area of Sukazumi in Sapporo was covered. And wait till you see these photos. Photobomb on Twitter. Hello. This is Fukozumi in Sapporo. Fukozumi in Sapporo. I guess you could walk down there if you wanted to. I guess you could get a paper there. Not a big deal. No, and you could probably shovel that out in the morning during the commute. Hello. I wonder how much gas is there. Is it like $40 a gallon? Boom! Most snow I have ever seen in my entire lifetime. And you're living it during the global warming climate catastrophe. Now let's talk about some more cosmic catastrophe. We're here in the Pacific Northwest. A lot of people are talking about seismic swarms, and there are many happening up in this region specifically. Take a look. You can see those. Anywhere you see orange are recent quakes, so we want to know what's going on there. And this is Mount St. Helens, for goodness sakes. Now, all of the quakes you've seen are in the last 14 days. But this is quite a significant uptick. The orange ones are the last 2 days. So it seems like there is a slight uptick in activity here. If there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 quakes in the last 2 days and about 40 quakes in the last 2 weeks, then that is an uptick. So we could be seeing some hot activity here at Mount St. Helens. Now, we recently reported on Three Sisters, so we should go, obviously, go take a look at that region. And now, if you're looking for Three Sisters, all you have to do is find Portland, come down to Salem, and blow it up. And just move over to the mountains here. And there is no seismic activity at Three Sisters. 0. So that's good news. So the Three Sisters uptick is basically not happening. That's right here. Right in this region. There's nothing happening there. But what is happening is an uptick. And take a look at this. There's a slight uptick in Rainier in seismicity. There's Mount Rainier right here. We'll just blow this up for you. These are all within the last 2 weeks. There's some peripheral activity, which could be the magma moving into those areas. And this is quite a significant uptick down the river from Mount St. Helens. Here's Mount St. Helens uptick. And like, what's going on out here? So this could be a pulse of magma. This has to go through some chutes to get up here. And this is all going to take time. So this is a slow process. But luckily, in these silicious magmas, in the Cascades, we have warning because they only erupt up to VEI 5 at the max, maybe VEI 6 minor. But what they do show us is huge amounts of magma emplacement over time, ground cracking, swelling, steam, and outgassing, and we will know when they blow. They're not super volcanoes. They're highly predictable volcanoes. There was 2 weeks of warning before Mount St. Helens blew. There were literally thousands of earthquakes happening per day. But we're approaching that. So there's something afoot at Mount St. Helens. So take heed. Hello. And the snow. Hello. Look at this. Average snow mass for the Northern Hemisphere is epic. It's not even record. It's beyond record. It's epic. It's beyond reproach. We're currently in a solar storm, and if you didn't know and you didn't catch the quick update, there is a plasma filament headed our way. So we'll quickly show you that graphic and what that means. Here we are on the 7th. That's when it happened, and it's now coming out of the sun. This is Earth right here, that little green diamond. Boom! And they're saying it's hitting early on the 10th. And what that means for us is late on the 9th. So late on the 9th, February 9th, we should be seeing some geomagnetic activity from that plasma filament. And if you want to know more, go over to Magnetic Reversal News and we will provide you the information. Now, a mysterious 2,000-year-old disk made of gold called the Disco Colgante is an unknown high-tech device, many claim. Or is it perhaps a representation of the Milky Way galaxy, with a specific spot on the exact region where our solar system is? Could this be an accident? This goes beyond the Antikythera machine, period, from the same time. So whoever was living on Earth at this time, 2,000 years ago, was further advanced than any scientific nomenclature and historical document allows us to believe. I mean, I went to grade school, I went to high school, I went to college, undergraduate, graduate school, got a full scholarship, taught at university, and no one told me about this device. Why? Well, we'll break it all down tomorrow on Magnetic Reversal News. Holy macaroni. And before we leave, did you know that there's a protest going on in Canada about the freedoms of humans on the earth? Freedom of expression, freedom of speech, and freedom of medical choices. Well, the miners are getting involved, and some of the biggest haul packs, 50-ton mining haul packs, are headed to Ottawa. Hello! I smell freedom in the air. Hello! And that's boom, the knowledge. Hope you got something out of the video. Please check our alternative resources over at Rumble, where we curse like sailors, and what we tell you the truth. But most important thing for you to do right now is to share this video. The people that share this video are the heroes of the channel. That's why we have 100,000 people, 25 million views. It's all because of yous. Thank you to our one-time donors, our Patreons, the Patriots that share these videos, and all the heroes that stuck with us for the years. We love you. That's a boom.